In my latest review, I declared that the Ultimate Ears UE-Boom is one of my favorite speakers of all time. For $200 you get a great design, awesome battery life, and an amazing sound coming in from a rather small speaker. But what if you want something that is smaller, easier to take on the go, or cheaper? The Ultimate Ears UE MiniBoom is the smaller cousin to the UE-Boom. Coming in at just $100, it is half the price of what you can get the UE-Boom for. The UE-Boom was small, but the UE MiniBoom is pocketable. But despite its size, it has pretty much all the same perks as the UE-Boom. It has Bluetooth and NFC, can act as a speakerphone for your smartphone, has a wireless range of about 50 feet, and even has the great Ultimate Ears app that lets you see and control settings on the speaker itself, and even connect a second UE MiniBoom for more sound. I will get to my thoughts on that later. The only real difference that you can't see is the battery life, which is reduced from the 15 hours of playback the UE-Boom had to the now 10 hours of playback the UE MiniBoom has. It is a one-sided speaker, so if you put the speaker in the middle of a room and people are sitting behind it, they will not be hearing what you are hearing. It has two 1.5-inch drivers and one 3-inch by 1.5-inch passive radiator, similar to what the UE-Boom has, but not quite as powerful. And the controls on the outside of this speaker are pretty straightforward. Two giant volume buttons on the top with a Bluetooth pairing button that can also control phone calls while on Bluetooth. Power switch on the back with a micro USB charger and an audio in port for non-Bluetooth devices. For a small speaker, this is loud. Really loud. By itself, you won't have to worry about how much volume the MiniBoom can produce. It also sounds really great for a speaker that does not produce stereo sound. The highs and the mid-ranges are impressive for a speaker like this. Vocal and acoustic instruments are so clear you would think that they were in the room. But the lows are where this speaker begins to fall apart. The bass, of course, is going to be rather weak for a speaker of this size. Even the UE-Boom didn't have great bass, but the MiniBoom is even more noticeable. And like the UE-Boom, you can of course adjust the bass with the EQ and settings of your device, but this will greatly reduce the quality of the highs and the mid-ranges. But all of this brings me to the Ultimate Ears' key feature of being able to connect two of these speakers together. I have not had experience with this, but I can tell you that I think it would be more worth it going out for a second MiniBoom than for a second UE-Boom. My reasons for this are simple. 1. The UE MiniBoom is way smaller than the UE-Boom, so having a second one to tote around wouldn't be as much of a hassle to someone like me. Second, being that two of the MiniBoom would be equal to the price of one UE-Boom, getting the additional power along with stereo playback seems more worth it with an extra $100 as opposed to an extra $200. Two of these speakers together could not only be of use on the go, but you could definitely use them as wireless speakers to your computer on your desk. It may be a bit unconventional, but it seems like it could work for somebody who might be a road warrior. After my review of the UE-Boom, I declared it my favorite portable Bluetooth speaker of all time. The UE MiniBoom isn't taking that spot anytime soon, but it has taught me what a Bluetooth speaker is meant to be when brought to this level. At $100, the UE MiniBoom isn't dirt cheap, but it is a purchase more people can afford, and an option more people should consider. Comparing this to the masses of speaker is of course going to cause great disappointment for lack of room-shaking bass, stereo sound, and other professional features out of the box. But as a speaker whose main job is to replace the speakers of your phone or those built into your laptop, this tiny speaker has amazing power and clarity, and for $100, I would buy this speaker in a heartbeat to bring around with my phone or tablet to listen to music. It isn't as rugged or well-rounded, no pun intended, as the UE-Boom. The UE-Boom is more for taking to the beach or the pool and getting way more volume in every direction, whereas a UE MiniBoom is that pocket speaker that gives you the audio and portability that you have always wanted. And for those who want to see my thoughts on the larger, rounder cousin, go check out my review of the UE-Boom, a well-rounded speaker that in my mind can fill a tall order. Okay, I'm officially done with the puns until next week.